Is it working okay? I see live YouTube on there.
Yeah, I think so. Let me leave my phone in here really quick, James, if you just want to chat with people, and I'm going to go and make sure that we're good to go on YouTube.
I just heard your last sentence, which says, I'm just sure we're making good to go. We're good on YouTube.
Yeah, just hang with the people right now. Just kind of like chat with them about what we're about to do. And I'm just going to go make sure on my laptop that we're good to go on YouTube. I just got an error message, but when I backed out of it, it said that we're good.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, James, can you hear me?
Yeah, not that well, but I can hear you.
Cool. It looks like on YouTube Live, we're getting like a weird video thing where it's like lagging a little bit and it's only showing one of us. So let's just let's roll with this for now. And then we'll just do some things in the edit.
Okay.
What are you thinking for today?
Well, whatever you have available there that I have available. And if I'm not going to be on video, then you can I'll just give you a workout and watch you do it while I just lackadaisical move around in here.
It's actually the opposite. You're the one on video.
Oh, so I may be the only one.
No, I think it'll cut back and forth a little bit because as I'm watching right now, it's cutting back and forth. I think it's based on sound, like whose audio it's picking up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, you know what I have here. So I have bike, I have rower, assault bike, or sorry, dumbbells, barbells, pull-up bar. Yeah, the only thing I really don't have that you have available are the bike, assault, runner, and skier.
Do you have a heavy jump rope?
Nope, just a normal jump rope here.
Okay, we can do, I have a jump rope too. An assault bike. We could do jump rope and an ascending power clean.
I like it. Yeah, sounds good. Is it, are you thinking like chipper style? Until we hit a certain number of power clean, or against the clock?
Well, just trying to think about the visibility or the optics of that, because we can't make it so complicated where we're on timers and you know, it'll just have to be 3, 2, 1, go, and make sure it's not a timed workout so that you're finishing at 16 and I'm finishing at 27 or something, you know. So maybe a time cap scenario of just a really simple load. So for optics, it's easy to watch and easy to manufacture.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we won't make the jumps of the power clean too high so that it's not like a massive transition in load. Because I only have one barbell as well. Actually, we'll just forget the ascending stuff because I think it's going to take way too much time in a time cap scenario. So we'll just have one load, jump rope, and bike. We have 3 of those things. So a cap scenario, let's do this. This is something that I'm not the best at, but maybe a good challenge is we'll do extended reps inside of each one. So it's not going to be a circuit style. It'll be almost where it would be very challenging to complete 2 rounds the whole time.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So we'll do a time cap scenario of maybe 50 cal. This I'm just thinking out loud. 50 cals, 50 power clean, and then an inordinate number of double unders.
Like 50, 50, 200, something like that?
Yeah, let's look at that number. Yeah, 50, 50, 200. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Against, you thinking about 20 minutes?
No, I was thinking that it would be, you know, at a really top end, accomplished. So 2 rounds would be barely accomplishable, like at your highest effort, high turnout. So we're looking at 6, 3, 6, 99. So, 18 minutes.
18.
Just trying to think, like, if you were going guns a-blazing, 16 to 18 minutes, I think.
How much load on the power clean are you thinking? I think that's going to be the determining factor.
Yeah, that's right. 115.
Okay.
So now we got to make it 20 minutes.
20 minutes? That's what I was thinking. 20.
Yeah.
Easy.
Alrighty. I'll get it set up.
All right, let me get rolling.
I'll come back and check on you in a second here once I get it together.
Okay, cool.
And mine should be good view.
All right, I just went to laptop. I think that'll be a little bit better on my end.
Okay.
Um, just to let the people know, that is a 35-pound plate that James has. Don't let the blue fool you.
Oh, nice intervention. I wanted to keep them guessing.
All right, let me get this thing set up really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Much better view.
I needed to get closer to an outlet.
All right, I got my, I had to turn the clock on, so it's running right now.
Okay.
And so I'm at, I just passed 2 minutes, 7 seconds. So you want to time it where your timer turns on and I'll just go whenever you say?
Yeah, let's do this, James. Let me give us a 10-second countdown.
Okay.
So I have my clock running right now. I'm at
Yeah.
21 minutes. So when it hits 20, we'll roll.
Okay. I'll see if I can reset mine too. I've had enough practice with it. Got it. No problem. I'm using a Buddy Lee today as well. Shout out.
Nice.
Buddy Lee.
I reset.
I got Buddy Lee in this one.
I thought you weren't ready, so I reset my clock. We have 48 seconds.
Okay. $30?
25.
Huh?
20 seconds.
Okay.
Five, 3, 2, 1.
Beauty.
I quick
Mashed.
I just have a little guy. Dude, I quickly realized my disadvantage when I realized I couldn't drop every rep.
What do you mean you couldn't?
I want to wake all people up. So I went like 5s and 3 the entire time. And my legs just like blew up from the eccentric.
Yeah.
And
I thought about doing eccentrics at the beginning for maybe 2 seconds.
I felt good my first 5 touch and go. And then I came back and I was like, and I heard your barbell dropping. And I'm like, shit.
Oh.
So I dropped.
It was interesting because I haven't done this before, believe it or not, like time one with one another in a different location. It makes you, and I couldn't hear you the whole time. So the only time I saw where we were is when we both got on the bike at the same time for the second round.
Yeah.
For the rest of it, I didn't see you whatsoever. So it's kind of a good thing for me anyways, to practice just running your own race regardless of what everyone's doing. Because maybe I could have changed up, well, you would have dropped weights here, but I'm just saying if you saw someone doing touch and go and I saw it in person, I may have changed up my percentage because you don't know how much rest between singles is going to add up to, 13 sets of 3 plus.
It's funny you say that because I had myself muted just so everyone wasn't hearing like both our music and all that stuff. So I could hear your bar dropping. First set, I was like timing. I was like, okay, fit in 5 reps every, 15 seconds essentially you were doing. I was like, okay, I just got to go every 15. And then we stayed pretty much in line in that first set. And then the second set, I heard your jump rope when I was on like 40. So you were about 10 reps ahead of me on that second set.
Did you finish your 50 power clean?
Yeah, I got 30 double under.
Oh, good. Good.
What did you hit? Like 100?
I did 100 and 100-ish because I think my timer was a little off yours.
Got it.
So I just kept going until mine said 20, but I think I started a little late compared to yours.
Yeah.
You said 20 seconds and I went and set up dead mouse and then I went to hit the clock and do it. But
I was thinking you were around 100. At 30, just because it was like 35. You got there like 35 or 40 seconds before I did actually.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
that was a good one, man.
Yeah.
My lungs aren't back yet.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought when he gets back onto that bike, no matter how much back to homeostasis he thinks he is, it's going to be a realization.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
That was a really good one. I was actually second guessing it on the first set when I was like on 30 on the power clean. I was like, dude, I just can't keep this up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then I got to the double unders, and because of all the eccentrics, my scaps and upper back was just fried. So I hit the double unders. Once I got 100 in, I recovered enough to feel good going back on the bike.
Good.
But second round to the power cleans, I was just like, I was toast, man. I was trying to like stay in a decent position and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I locked it on that second round.
Yeah, it's funny that just something for the movement specifically too. It's part of that conversation where it's really not a power clean, when it's in workouts like that. It's more like pick a barbell up off the ground and get it to your shoulders and be straight at the top, because I'd say out of 100 reps, 86 of them were upright row bicep pulls and then rotate to shoulders. And I got a really enduring low back, so I just bend over and stand up.
Yeah.
And if I could pull it long enough with my arms, like if it was 135, I'd still be there.
Yeah.
But that was a number where I can so it just goes to show that like, if you're more rigid with perfection in form, with high rep, moderate loads like that, you actually tense up and waste a whole lot more energy, you know?
It's so, dude, it's so funny you say that, because on that second set, that's what I did. Because I could see, I don't know if you see all that light on the wall there. I just saw my shadow, right? And in my shadow, James, I was like this. And I'm like, let me just kind of clean that up a little bit. And I cleaned it up a little bit. I was just like, done. Like, blood wasn't going to the periphery anymore. I was just like, needed to shake out a couple more seconds after every set. So it's funny you say that, because I did that.
I true grip the whole time as well. And it took like 2 reps before I completely mashed my shin.
Oh man.
And then I, you know, the power clean thighs. I'm not sure if you can see it on video. Look at this. The tap of the bar on your thighs the whole time. But that's what happens when you try to do violent contractions for 100 reps.
Yeah.
And make them sustainable.
The funny thing is, when you're wearing like Lulu shorts, you're like, that comes in your brain. You're like, I don't want to fray up my shorts after 100 reps of these. I'm just like looking at, you know, you have like the Lulu shorts with like the half.
Yeah, those little piles.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today. You know, that was a good one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's hit on the reason why we're not together right now. So we got hit with a little bit of COVID here in the Hardwick household, and
Just a little bit.
yeah, just a little bit, just a little dabble of it. We're all good. No major symptoms or anything like that. Just a mild breathing stuff, and you can just tell, right, when you feel like super refined most days, and then you go like 3, 4, 5 days where you're like, something's just off. It was more of that. So felt good hitting this, man. I was kind of unsure when I woke up. I was like, hey, what are we going to do? It's going to be something enduring. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to get through it, but yeah, it felt good. Got the tonal back here, James. Maybe
Yeah, I see it.
We hit this thing. And an aerobic.
We'll do a little pre and post supplementary activity on the tonal next time we're at your place.
Dude, it's legit. I want you to hurry up and get out here and check this thing out, man.
Yeah.
Cool stuff with like, you know, adding chain load and eccentrics and forced reps and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool things.
Yeah. Variable resistance was, there's lots to, well, maybe another time we can talk about that. We actually did a whole Jim's license call on varying resistance in range of motion a couple of calls ago. That brought up a lot of cool insights. We went into how it could fit into performance and where it would be not appropriate, how it would fit into health wherever it would, you know, depending upon what you want to do. But for bodybuilding at home and for non-functional hypertrophy methods, it's a game changer, the concept of it.
Yeah,
which is great. My first insight to variable resistance was actually not with weights. It was with in the late 90s, Kaiser came out with a pneumatic system that you used to push the air pressure. Like, say I was doing a seated chest press, you put air pressure into the pressure, you'd push it out, and then when you're out to the full range of motion, you could add load, add pressure, and it would be like so much harder coming back. And then you decrease pressure to push out, and then add pressure to come back.
Well, that's what Tonal did. They took that Kaiser, they took what Kaiser did way back when, and they put it in this thing. So
that's awesome.
If you look at the handles of this thing, just like you're saying, James, so they have these buttons.
There it is.
Yeah, so it's the buttons.
Sweet.
Add load, take load away. You could pick when throughout range of motion you're adding load and taking it away. And there's some pretty cool insights actually, man, with like tempo and power output. I know we were talking about this the other day, but essentially you have a graph on the left side of this thing when you're rolling, and it shows you power output. So you can actually see when you're starting to lose power. Mm-hmm. and then it just baselines 80% based on literature, right? Baselines 80%, and then it kind of just gives you an insight of, you know, when you're going over 80%, when you're going under. And some cool things we could do with that are like, you know, when we prescribe AMRAP sets, right?
Yeah.
And you know how we just say like AMRAP until you lose power?
Your
And
reps, yeah.
people are like, what the hell does that mean, right?
Yeah.
To have like a visual representation of what power in the concentric looks like and feels like is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, go 15 to 20 reps wherever you start to lose power. And then you see that and you're like, okay, I got 17 and a half, shut it down.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a, you know, when if someone does, as an example, you know, 30, or we say AMRAP chest to bar, and we know they can somewhere get somewhere like 40, we can tell at like 28 where they lose power. Not saying that this machine could be connected to that, but what this machine does is in absolute strength, range of motion, it's a more clear indication of a loss of concentric power.
Yep. And there's a pretty cool, they call it a range of motion graph, and it's to the right of the power graph. And essentially what it does is it gives you you know, a variable, like how you're going through ranges of motion. So let's say you're doing a single leg RDL on this thing, and power looks good, everything looks good, and you look to the right of that thing and you see the tidal wave is starting to do this a little bit, so you're slowing down tempo, or the tidal wave's doing this, you're going a little bit too fast, or the tidal wave was doing this and now it's doing this because range of motion is now shit, right? So there's some pretty cool stuff, man. And yeah, I mean, I've used this thing 4 times, so you know, don't got a great can't like recommend it quite yet, but then we'll knock out like a really good review on this thing and how it could have validity in not only home gyms, James, but in micro gyms as well, right? Because this thing is cheaper than a free motion. So, you know, I was talking to the OPEX gym mentors the other day, and we were talking about this unit, and it was like, why not have 2 of these in your gym for the cost of 1 single free motion, right? And there's some pretty cool stuff that could be done with that, but
that gives you a measurement, not just a guess of the plate load and a number, right?
Exactly, right. And then even in the PT world, so like let's say we're working 1-to-1, or even in like the OPEX gyms model where you have a coach on the floor and they walk over to the tonal and the client that's doing some trainings on the tonal, and they start to see power being lost and they start to see range of motion, and you could just like, coach can go over, hit this, bring the weight down, you know, 2.5% or whatever it is. And then it's like, okay, now I'm back, right? So there's some variability during like intra-set that you can do to get people through, right? And it was like, you know, Colton, like he trains in here a couple times a week, and I had him on this thing and we were messing around with like, you know, heavier loading, lighter loading, stuff like that. And it was cool how we could like extend sets a little bit or finish sets based on variable loading mechanisms. So it's pretty,
that's great. I was thinking how with measurement, some of the downsides of measurement is truth. So when you do have measurement, let's say in a micro gym and you got 2 of them, it's like everything, but what you're going to have to contend with is people not hearing the coach telling them now that they're shortening range of motion or not doing the full power output. The machine is going to be like, you didn't do the reps. You didn't do the total range of motion or the weight that was required, you know? So that's a good thing to contend with, you know, because it's you know, someone 4 weeks down the road is supposed to be progressing and the coach checks in Coach RX. It's like, oh, I noticed that your power output was less right here on the 4th week, you know? And before a client could like behind your back change range of motion on an elbowing row with a micro plate, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know how we just like, you know? So anyways, that's a good thing to get into, is some truth in it. So I look forward to that.
And like you always say, right? Like building that autonomy, you know, a client having the ability to look at a screen and teach themselves during a set, right? Or reflect after a set and be like, this is what I did wrong. This is what I need to tweak. My next
That's what
set.
I like. That's what I like about it.
Stuff. All right,
man.
Yeah, we'll knock out a full review on this thing, man. I do want to get you over for some sessions and get your thing. So
Okay, thanks for participating today.
Yeah, that's what I did today. Actually, I participated.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. All right, man. Take it easy, James.
Okay.
All right. See you guys.